Hello children. Today we will read Act 3, Scene 5. The scene takes place in the garden of Portia's residence at Belmont. The scene adds to the humorous element of the play. Lancelot warns Jessica that she would be condemned because of her father's sins as she is a Jew. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. But Jessica contradicts Lancelot by reminding him that she has converted to Christianity by marrying Lorenzo and would be saved by his virtues. To Lancelot, this is a hopeless situation because with the increase in a number of converts to Christianity, the price of pork would increase. Lorenzo comes to the scene and asks Jessica's opinion about Bassanio's wife. Jessica is all praises for Portia. She says that there is no woman in the world equal to Portia. On this, Lorenzo amusingly responds, even such a husband hast thou of me as she is for a wife. Jessica is ready to comment on his teasing about, but Lorenzo asks her to serve it for dinner as it would help in digesting the food better. So they depart with such playful jests. The scene offers comic relief against the strain of Antonio's predicament. It provides a much needed relief and amusement and relaxes the senses. It is in sharp contrast to the intense trial scene which is soon to follow. The scene has Lancelot's clowning to amuse the common people. The audience's esteem for Portia is further enhanced when Jessica speaks about Portia in glowing terms. She says that Bassanio has won a wife full of virtues and that she finds no woman in this world who can match Portia. Now look at your book. Act 3, Scene 5. Belmont, Portia's garden, enter Lancelot and Jessica. The scene takes place in Portia's garden in Belmont. And at the scene, Lancelot and Jessica enter. Lancelot. Yes, truly, for look upon the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Therefore, I promise you, I fear you. I was always plain with you, and so now I speak my agitation of the matter. Therefore, be of good cheer, for truly I think you are damned. Lancelot says to Jessica, and he says that yes, truly, for look you, the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. He says that often the sins committed by the father or the evil works done by the father falls upon the children. Therefore, I promise you, I fear you, I was always plain with you, and so now speak my agitation of the matter. So he says that therefore he is very much worried or very much afraid for Portia. And he says to Portia that as I was always plain and simple with you, I speak about my agitation that therefore be of good cheer. He says that you are damned, for truly I think you are damned. He says that I think you are damned, you are fated to go to hell due to the sins committed by your father. As you are the daughter of the cruel Jew Shylock, you are destined to go to hell. So he says that I am afraid of you, and he tries to cheer up Jessica for that. Jessica, I shall be saved by my husband, he hath made me a Christian. Then Jessica says that I will be saved by my husband as he has converted me to a Christian. Jessica is a Jew, she is the daughter of Shylock, and she is sure that she will be saved as she is Christian. Lancelot, truly, the more to blame he. Then Lancelot says that truly, really, he is also to be blamed. Lorenzo will also to be blamed. We were Christians before, even as many as could well live one by another. And why Lorenzo will be blamed? Lancelot says that there were enough Christians to live by trading with each other. This making of Christians will raise the price of hogs if we grow all to be pork eaters. And the Jews do not eat pork. Pork means pig's meat. And he says that if Lorenzo converts the Jews to Christians, then there will be an increase in the number of Christians and there will be increase in the demand for pork. So he says this making of Christians will raise the price of hogs. So if a number of Jews will be converted to Christianity, it will raise the price of the pork. If we grow all to be pork eaters, we shall not shortly have a rasher on the coals for money. And Lancelot says that if all will grow to be pork eaters, if all will eat pork, then very soon they will not have a slice of bacon to cook on fire. Shortly have a rasher on the coals for money means they will be not able to buy a slice of bacon to cook on fire. Jessica, I will tell my husband Lancelot what you see. He comes here. He comes. Enter Lorenzo, and Lorenzo arrives at the place. And Jessica says to Lancelot that I will tell to my husband as he comes here. Enter Lorenzo. Lorenzo, I shall grow jealous of you shortly, Lancelot, if you thus get my wife into corners. So in the garden, only Lancelot and Jessica were there. Lorenzo says to Lancelot that I shall grow jealous of you, as you have taken my wife to the corners, or you are speaking to my wife privately. Jessica, nay, you need not fear us, Lorenzo. Lancelot and I are out. Then Jessica assures Lorenzo, saying that you need not fear, Lorenzo, because Lancelot and myself are out. We are quarreling. They are not in good terms. He tells me flatly, there's no mercy for me in heaven because I am a Jew's daughter. And Jessica tells to Lorenzo that Lancelot frankly or flatly openly speaks that there is no mercy for Jessica in heaven. She is destined to go to hell. She is fated to go to hell because she is the daughter of the Jew. And he says, you are no good member of the commonwealth. And also he accuses Lorenzo, saying that he is not a good member of the Christian community, for in converting Jews to Christians, you raise the price of the pork. And why Lancelot says that Lorenzo is not a good member of the Christian community, because in converting Jews to Christians means Lorenzo has converted Jessica to a Christian, which will lead to the raise of the price of pork. Then Jessica says to Lancelot, go in, Sirrah, bid them prepare for dinner. Jessica says to Lancelot, now Jessica and Lorenzo are the master and mistress of the house during the absence of Bassanio and Portia. So she orders Lancelot to tell the servants to prepare the dinner. Lancelot, that is done, sir. They have all stomachs. Lancelot says that that is done means dinner is already prepared. They have all stomachs means they have appetites. Lorenzo, goodly lord, what a wit snapper are you! Then bid them prepare dinner. So he said that Lorenzo said that what a wit snapper you are. Wit snapper, he plays with the words, he is a comedian. So he says that bid them prepare dinner, tell them to prepare dinner. In simple words, he says to prepare dinner. Lancelot, that is done too, sir. Only cover is the word. Lancelot says that that is also done. Prepare dinner is already prepared. Only cover is the word. The dinner will be laid on the table. Lorenzo, will you cover then? So Lorenzo asked, will you lay the table? Lancelot, not so, sir, neither. I know my duty. And here cover has a double meaning. One, to be laid on the table. The other meaning, to cover the head. In British society, there were two classes, the upper class and the lower class. And the lower class people, they will stand bareheaded. They will not wear their hat in front of their superiors. And here Lancelot is a servant and Lorenzo is now the master of the house. So he says that he plays with words and speaks with a double meaning. When Lorenzo says to cover, then he says that no, sir, neither. I know my duty. He says that I know my duty very well. I know my position. I will not cover my head. Lorenzo, yet more quarreling with occasion. And Lorenzo says that taking opportunity, he is disputing with words that suits to the occasion. Wilt thou show the whole wealth of thy wit in an instant? And he asks that, will you show all the wealth of your wit, of your wisdom in a moment? I pray thee, understand a plain man in this, in his plain meaning. Go to thy fellows, bid them cover the table, serve in the meat, and we will come into dinner. So Lancelot plays with words. Now Lorenzo says that try to understand a plain man in his plain meaning. Try to understand a simple man in his simple meaning. And he gives order, go to thy fellows, means you go inside and tell other servants, bid them cover the table, tell them to lay the table, serve in the meat, and we will come into dinner. Lancelot, for the table, sir, it shall be served in. For the meat, sir, it shall be covered. And here also Lancelot plays with words. He is a clown. He entertains the people, and he, in his own comic way, he says just the opposite. He says that for the table, sir, it shall be served. In place of saying table will be covered, he says that table will be served. For the meat, sir, it shall be covered. Meat will be served. In place of meat, he says it will be covered. For your coming into dinner, sir, why? Let it be as humors and conceits shall govern. And he says that as far as coming to dinner is concerned, it depends upon your humor, upon your wish or desire and your inclination, whether you will come or not. Lorenzo, oh dear discretion, how his words are suited. So Lancelot plays with words. So Lorenzo is surprised and he says that how his words are suited to the opportunity. The fool hath planted in his memory an army of good words. And he says that this fool means this clown, has planted means collected in his memory an army of good words, a number of good words. He has collected in his memory a number of good words. And I do know a many fools that stand in a better place. And he says that I know many fools, many clowns who are in a good position for these tricksy words, or speaking or playing with the words. Garnished like him means supplied like him, supplied like Lancelot. As Lancelot has collected a number of good words in his memory, there are also other clowns who are professional clowns and they are in a good position. Lorenzo knows them. Ganesh like him, that for a tricksy word defy the matter, and for a tricksy word they defy the matter. For a word which enables them to play a trick, they avoid the real subject matter of talking. How cheer thou, Jessica? How cheerest thou, Jessica? Means, are you happy, Jessica? And now, good sweet, say thy opinion. How dost thou like the Lord Bassanio's wife? And now Lancelot is gone to give order, and Lorenzo and Jessica are alone in the garden, and Lorenzo asks Jessica about her opinion regarding Bassanio's wife Portia. Jessica, past all expression, Jessica is so pleased with Portia's virtues, manners, and she says that it is beyond expression, past all expression. It is very meet that Lord Bassanio live an upright life, and she says that it is very necessary that Lord Bassanio should live an honorable life for having such a blessing in his lady, for having such a blessing, because he has such a good wife who has all the virtues. He finds the joys of heaven here on earth. So Jessica says that Bassanio should lead an upright life or an honorable life for getting such a virtuous lady as his wife, and he should enjoy the joys of heaven on this earth. And if on earth he do not meditate, then in reason he should never come to heaven. And again she says that, and if on earth he do not meditate, if he does not enjoy the happiness by getting such a wife, then it is reasonable that he should never come to heaven. Why? If two gods should play some heavenly match, and on the wager lay two earthly women and Portia one, there must be something else pawned with the other. And now she gives example that if two gods should play some heavenly match, and on the wager lay two earthly women. She gives the example that if two heavenly gods were to play some game of skill, then they will keep on one side with the two earthly women, then one side they have to keep Portia, and the other side they will keep another woman, then they have to add something more with the other woman to make it balanced. And on the wager lay two earthly women and Portia one, there must be something else pawned. Pawned means added with the other, means with the other woman. For the poor rude world hath not her fellow, because this rude world does not have another woman who is equal to Portia. So if the gods will play the heavenly match, they will keep on one side Portia and other side any other woman. They have to add some more qualities or something else which will be equal to Portia. Lorenzo, even such a husband hast thou of me, as she is a wife, she is for a wife. Then Lorenzo says that Lorenzo teases to Jessica. He says that as you are describing Portia as an ideal wife, you have also found an ideal husband in me, Jessica. Nay, but ask my opinion too of that. As Lorenzo asked opinion about Portia, and Portia gave her opinion, like this, Jessica says to Lorenzo that no, you will also ask my opinion whether you are an ideal husband or not. Lorenzo, I will anon. First, let us go to dinner. Lorenzo said that, yes, I will soon ask you. First, let us go to dinner. Jessica, nay, let me praise you while I have a stomach. And Jessica here also plays with words. She says that, no, let me praise you when I have the stomach, means when I have the inclination. Your stomach means appetite, but here she says that when I have the inclination, when I have the appetite, for praising you, let me praise. Lorenzo, no, pray thee, let it serve for table talk. Then, howsoever thou speakest, among other things, I shall digest it. And jokingly, Lorenzo says that no, you keep it for the table talk. And while taking dinner, whatever you will speak, I will digest it with the food. Jessica, well, I will set you forth. Then Jessica says that, well, I will put you in your right place. And both of they go to the dinner. Now this scene is completed, and next time we will start act 4 scene 1, and this is the famous trial scene and very important from the examination point of view. Thank you.